So I've come here to talk to you today. Hello, it's Jules, by the way, about the person. Are you the person that feels stuck, who's frightened to make the big decision, changes in your life, travel, whatever it might be? I'm about to go on another solo trip this week, and I'm going to start at one Greek island and hopefully travel between a few of them. And as I said, it's going to be a solo trip. Previous to this, I've done the Camino from Porto to Santiago. It took me 3 weeks, and there's people that do it in 10 days, but I was happy to take 3 weeks, do it in my own sweet time, stop where I wanted to, smell the roses when I wanted to, talk to people when I wanted to, stroke a cat, do whatever I wanted to do. But I enjoyed it, doing it my own way. I really did. And then this year I went to India and did around northern India. I went on my own. I did join a trip when I was there that took me around, and yeah, there is safety there, but it's still slightly out of your comfort zone because you're with completely new people. And I know to some people listening here, all of these things will be second nature, and yeah, it really doesn't matter to some people. You can do it without thinking. But for those of us who do feel uncomfortable, I think we just have to have a look at what's making us feel uncomfortable. And is it just something we tell ourselves? Because our mind is really powerful. And if we can continually tell ourselves we're frightened to do something, we're never going to do it. So at some point, there's a lot more I could say on it all. There's ways of finding your way through to this sort of level, but I've worked so hard on myself, and I won't say it's without any fear at all, but I really don't feel it the same way that I did before. And yes, things could happen, but things could happen wherever you are. So I think you just sometimes have to trust the universe and go with it. And I think I've sort of gone astray there slightly on what I was saying, but yeah, we just have to stop telling ourselves the negative things in this life, and start telling ourselves the positive things, and start believing what we're telling ourselves, and start saying, I can, I do, I am, I will, I could, I should. Yeah, you need to say no to some things, of course, and certainly know your boundaries. But when it comes to self-limiting beliefs, then you need to start saying yes to some things, and take a tiny baby step at a time. Just a tiny little step in the right direction. Each day do something that a little bit makes you frightened. This, for instance, making this video is not, it's taken me a few goes at doing this, and it's clearly not perfect even now. But if you're listening, you're listening, and if it helps 1 or 2 people here, then great. Because I know that when I did these trips, these solo trips, the ones I've done so far, when I posted pictures on social media, so many people said, if you can do it, then so can I. And I think they look back to the Jules that used to be that would say, I would travel, but I would travel with other people. Whereas now I'm making all the decisions and not worrying what anyone else thinks about it, not worrying whether you do it perfectly or not. Just take it a step at a time, and don't even look at the full outcome. Don't even, like, for instance, with this Greek trip, I've literally booked a one-way ticket for now, and I've booked a stay in one of the Greek islands, and I'm going to then hopefully I've looked, and there are ferries running from there to other islands, and I'm sort of hoping that I can move on to the islands that I want to, but once I get there, I get a bit more information on it. If not, I'll just stay where I am at that point. So there's always options, or you could just have a few days there and then come home. But the point is, I'm taking those first steps, and I'm taking them as confidently as I can. And when I'm there, I'm sure I will just gradually get into the swing of things. Sometimes it takes that first night of being slightly out of place, and then next morning you wake up and you gradually begin to just have a look around the town, have a look around the beaches, whatever's there, any ancient sites, anything that you want to see, whatever is your personal thing that you enjoy doing. Yeah, and just I'd say just try it, just do it. And even if that means you start by whatever, I don't know your personal limits, so maybe it's a case of you're not even comfortable going on your own down the shops, so no judgment, just do it. Just have a little go of going down there on your own, take a few steps, and then the next day take a few steps more, take a few steps more. And eventually you might find yourself thinking, well, I managed that, okay, let's go on to the next town, and so forth. And it's kind of how I've done it really for myself, because I did go through a little stage of having panic attacks, and there was a short time where I didn't even want to leave the house. And I knew that I couldn't live my life like that. I knew there was too much adventure and too much fun to be had out there. And really, what's the point of getting to the end of your life and going, well, I stayed safe at home? You know, really, we need to try and just live our lives best we can. So yeah, leave a comment if you feel that there's something that you could do today to make that tiny little step. And I look forward to hearing from you. And hopefully I'll speak to you again soon. Or maybe even sort of catch you up on where I am on my trip. Anyway, okay, bye.